So what happened was,
Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen.
I am Brian.
And I am Jessica.
Yes, it is another exciting edition of Crocs in the Kitchen.
And we are actually in our kitchen, but we're in a different part of our kitchen.
Yeah, we're facing a different way.
We really liked changing up the scenery in the What We Eat in a Day video the other day, and so we thought, why don't we change up the scenery in the kitchen? Why not?
Yeah.
You can see our sink.
Yes, absolutely. So Jessica,
Yes.
today's video
Yes.
is a different kind of video.
Yeah.
A little bit kind of a different video. Yeah, it's us talking, but we want to set some things straight.
Yes.
Right? We want to explain a couple of different aspects, some questions that we have been asked, and some comments that have been presented to us on YouTube on some of the last few videos.
We've been doing the Instagram lives like for the last week. If you haven't joined us on Instagram, check out that link in the description below and join us over there. And we've gotten the same question a few times, I think, on the lives. And so we thought, why don't we kind of break it down and explain it a little better in its own separate video? So what is the topic?
The topic of today is, how did we gain weight over the last few months? We like to say, in the videos, that we went off plan, that we ate bad food.
But what does that mean? People want to know, like, what exactly does that mean? And so I think we're going to clear that up a little bit, answer a few things misconceptions maybe about the whole thing, and then also give you a little update on where we are with the weight loss so far, because we're about a week and a half almost into getting ourselves back on plan with our whole food plant-based diet, and we've had some success with the weight loss so far.
Yes, we have. But the first thing that we want to talk about let's getting some things straight is, I think that when we say we went off plan, or when we say that we ate bad food or whatever, and I know that there's bad food. I know unhealthy. Let's say unhealthy.
Yeah, the word bad is kind of
it's not really the correct word. Yeah. So unhealthy food. Normally we would just say that as a blanket statement, because I feel everybody has their thing that they sort of can succumb to. Everybody's got their trigger foods, as some people like to say. For me, like, breakfast will always be something that if I smell breakfast being made, things like eggs and sausage and, I mean, even pancakes and stuff like that sometimes. But like those types of breakfast foods, oh yeah, like breakfast burritos. I was like majorly addicted to breakfast burritos beforehand.
Yes.
And so for me, like, that's one of the things that like I fall to in the, temptation. For Jessica, it's chocolate, it's peanut butter, it's Reese's, it's
Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Cheez-Its are like my downfall in life. Like, I won't even let myself eat Cheez-Its really. Like, I very rarely would in the last like couple of years, but once I get open that can of worms, it's like a whole new, it's
seen
bad.
It happen.
And so I think the important thing to point out, first and foremost, is that for those of you who are thinking about switching to a whole food plant-based diet, we did not gain weight eating a whole food plant-based diet.
Very true.
You can, I have talked to people who said, I'm eating a whole food plant-based diet, I'm gaining weight, I'm not losing weight. Like, that can happen if you're not following a plan. It's very, very hard to gain weight just eating whole food plant-based. But what happens, and if you don't know exactly what whole food plant-based means, I'll link to a video where we kind of explain that a little bit better. But essentially, you're eating like the most like unprocessed, minimally processed foods. And so
that are plant-based.
And so then what happens is, whole fruits, vegetables, all that kind of stuff. Vegetables? Did I just say vegetables? So I think that, that's first and foremost. And it's been brought to our attention in some of the comments. People are like, well, don't follow these people because they're not showing a good example of a whole food plant-based diet. And we do like to show you what we do when we follow our whole food plant-based diet. We don't necessarily like go around making videos of what we've done when we've gotten off plan, because I know that a lot of that can be like triggers for people too. And like, we don't want to put out there any content that might trigger somebody to get off plan themselves. But I will just say that we've never claimed to be vegan. Vegan is a lifestyle that I admire the people who have chosen to do that lifestyle specifically just for the ethical reasons. And we got into this based on this plant-based diet based on weight loss. We knew nothing about, really like a lot of the vegan stuff before that. I don't know. What's your kind of take on that stuff?
Well, I mean, it's exactly what you said. We've never claimed to be vegan. We do sympathize a lot with the vegan side of this, with the ethical side of this, but at the same time, it's never been our primary focus as far as who we are and what we do and why we do what we do. And so we've always respected vegans. We've always loved that vegans have actually embraced us.
Yes.
Even though we've eaten animal products and stuff, and we aren't like fully committed to what they do. A massive amount of vegans have commented and sent us messages, and like restaurants and stuff around the area, and even outside of the area, like they've all embraced us because the way I look at it, that like if we advocate for a whole food plant-based diet and we get other people to eat whole food plant-based as well, we are still achieving the same goal, even though we aren't we aren't focusing on that other aspect of what this is.
It's just like a happy like byproduct of what we do that we're happening, and we can feel good about that we are helping the environment and stuff by doing plant-based.
That being said, vegan junk food will also make you fat.
Yes.
And so that's the other thing that we want to do. So what did we eat to become fat? Did we eat fast food? Yes, we did. Did we eat vegan junk food?
Yes,
we did. Did we eat unhealthy stuff that we made here at the house? Yes, we did that as well.
One morning we watch a video on YouTube about breakfast burritos and then go to the store and buy everything to make breakfast burritos and
I might have done that.
Eat a ton of breakfast burritos with all the stuff?
Yeah,
we did.
I probably did that.
Yeah,
too.
We might have done that. I think for me, I was craving, I've said this before, I was craving some comfort. Everything is messed up in my life right now. Like my job is on the fritz. I work in the concert industry. It's not coming back anytime soon. That's a huge part of my life, concerts in general, and working in that industry. And I have gone through a lot of depression and emotional problems this year, and I clung to, is clung a word?
Clung?
I don't know. I wanted some of that comfort that I was craving. And so for me, like eating a Reese's is comfort. Eating, that whatever it may be from Taco Bell or McDonald's or who
Chick-fil-A.
knows what. Don't get me started on the Chick-fil-A. That is what brought me the comfort that I needed. But then I realized it also made me feel bad because I felt bad that I was eating it. I felt bad physically because I ate it. I felt guilty because I know that there's so many reasons why I shouldn't be putting that stuff in my body, health-wise, ethical-wise, whatever. And ultimately it made me go further in depression. But the only moment I watch a lot of the 600-Pound Life show. Brian loves it when I do that. And these people talk about how the only moment they get enjoyment is that moment they're eating something that tastes good. And that's how I am, like, a lot of times with this stuff. And I will not stop, like, trying to break that addiction or whatever you want to call it. I will not stop. We are so committed to the plant-based thing. You guys have no idea. Like, we are super committed to it. I know we got off. I know we set a bad example or whatever, but we are committed to this. We believe in this. Honestly, like, I have been happier in the last, like, what is today? The
9
December
days.
9th, 9 days since we started going 100% in the zone on plan. I've been happier in the last 9 days, more productive. I feel better. Like, my skin's starting to clear up from some breakouts that I have, like, all of that. And that's why I'm committed to this. And I think, same for Brian.
Yeah. Long story short, we did not eat a whole food plant-based diet and gain weight.
No.
We ate a whole food plant-based diet and have lost weight now.
Now, that's not to say we weren't. It's not like we were totally off like the entire time.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
You know, we would still have days or weeks here and there, or even like half meals a day. Like we'd eat like a salad or soup or whatever, our normal stuff. But then the cravings and the temptations would kick in.
I think that's kind of the funny thing about it, though, is that even though we were doing all of this other stuff, it's not that we weren't still eating whole food plant-based for like several meals and many of the meals throughout the week. I was still cooking all the different stuff that I do and doing that. It's just that, you know, we were incorporating all of this other stuff. And that's something that I think is very important to clear up, that yes, we were craving these other things, but at the same time, we were also craving the food that we knew that we've made for the last couple of years now. And it was this very weird thing of like, oh, well, yes, I'm eating this, but you know, I'm also eating that. And you know, you can kind of like justify it in your own mind, and
you
like
get to the point where you're kind of like, you know, it's bad when you're driving around, like you leave the house, you get in the car, like, let's go get something to eat, like I don't feel like eating good stuff, let's go get something bad to eat, and you can't even think of anything that you really want because you don't want any of it. You don't even want any of it, but you keep eating it anyway, the bad stuff. And honestly, like the food we've made over the last 9 days has been way tastier, and everything just tastes so much better when we're eating whole food plant-based.
And it was a great reminder of what we did originally. Yeah. So like, even though we've been making stuff over the last couple of years and we've been making recipe videos and stuff, we've been trying different things and incorporating different recipes and stuff like that, but we hadn't been making a lot of like the old school recipes that we actually did to lose weight. And so for us, like these last 9 days have been amazing because it really brought back home that sense of like, yes, this is what I understand. This is something that actually does bring me comfort.
Yeah, and that's what I was just gonna say. It's like going back to basics. These recipes that we have developed, you know, our basic, the hummus, the chili, the black bean soup, the ones that we have poured our heart and soul into, literally creating, making over and over times, those bring me comfort now too. And so that's, you know, I'm working on realizing that I don't need to go to the other stuff for the comfort. I can get it here.
For us, I know it will probably take a while before we can really retrain ourselves to fully commit to 100% on a lot of these different things. But until then, you know, we ask for grace in if you don't like that aspect of it, we ask that, you know, you guys who have been 100% supportive of us to keep supporting us. And yeah, I mean, it really is just, it's a level of grace that I think people, you know, sometimes just need. And we definitely need grace just like everybody else does, especially when it comes to getting off plan.
Yeah, but we really just wanted to take this time to kind of clear up like what we actually did. You know, hopefully we've cleared it up a little bit. Like, you know,
if not, we've just confused people more.
Well, I mean, I think one of our last comments was, can you do a what we eat in a day that shows like what you eat when you're off plan? And that would just be like,
that would be horrendous.
Yeah, you guys, I don't know.
And I don't want to set that kind of example either.
I don't feel comfortable like. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's benefit that could come out of it because people could see like, oh, this is what they're doing. Just know that we can eat a lot of food. Yeah. We're pretty champions at doing that. Speaking of which, as far as the weight gain and loss, I'm not ready to reveal how much I gained. I will say at my lowest point, I was down to like 149 way earlier in the year, and I did cross back over the 200 mark, which was somewhere I did not want to cross over ever in my life. Right now, my goal is to get back under that mark by the end of the year, hopefully. But that eventually, maybe I'll show you guys the numbers of the weight loss and all that stuff and how it's gone. But let me just pull up. We use the Renpho app, which is we use a Renpho Smart Scale, which I can link to that in the description of this video. But let's see, since December 1st, when I did my weigh-in, December 1st, which was when we kind of like, or finally,
yep,
let's get back on plan. I have lost 11 pounds. So that's 10 days, 11 pounds. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. So I'm well on my way toward my goal of getting back under 200 before the end of the year, hopefully.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a lot of freaking weight to gain. You don't gain that much weight eating a whole food plant-based diet, okay? Trust me.
Very true.
All right, for Brian.
So for me, I'll say it. I'll say exactly what weight I got up to because it's just a state of being. It is a number that does not define me.
I know.
I got up to 370 actually at the highest this last time around, of which it's always annoying when you get on the scale again after a bit and it's like the scale actually warns you.
Yeah.
It's like is this actually you, because this is quite a bit of weight since the last time you weighed.
That's the one thing about the Renpho scale I hate. It's like, is this you? And it's like, yes, it's me.
So December 1st I weighed myself and it said 370
and your lowest point had been like
311, yeah.
Or where earlier, several months ago.
And so, so you can imagine over the last like 6 months, just that, well, we gained quite a bit of weight in one spot and then we sort of slowly gained weight going up after that.
But this morning
I weighed myself and I was 353.4 pounds.
Yeah, so that's what, 16.6 pounds down already?
16 pounds in 9 days.
Ridiculous.
And I stepped on the scale and was just like, yep.
But I did talk about it in another video. That is one of the reasons I think I kept allowing myself to stay off plan and gain weight. I actually hovered around like 180 for quite a while. And when I was around 180, I was like, oh, I could easily lose the 20 or 30 pounds and be back to like 150, 160. I know I can lose 20 pounds easy. Like, it's easy for me to lose 20 pounds eating a whole food plant-based diet. Like, I just follow certain, you saw what we eat in a day video. I literally eat that and the pounds just come off.
Yep.
And so it's kind of a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because in my head, when I was at 180 for a long time, I was like, oh, it's fine. Like, but then, I stopped weighing myself. We went on the trip. We came back. We still stayed off for a few weeks after that. Then all of a sudden I jump on the scale and it's like, whoa, I'm over 200 now. Like, this is, I started at 285, so I'm still, back in over 2 years ago. So I'm still, and he started at 514. Yeah. So we're still
way down.
We still are way down from where we started, but it's that danger of, here, another 20 pounds, another 20 pounds.
Yes. But the difference is, and I can honestly tell you this, that in previous times when we were trying to sort of get ourselves back into the weight loss mode or, kickstart that thing again, it always felt like it was, trying to turn over an engine that just didn't want to turn. It was trying to get something moving that just didn't want to move. And it was a combination of psychological things. It was a combination of just life events that were going on and a bunch of other stuff like that sort of all converged on top of pandemic, crazy election, like all this stuff, and then all presented on YouTube, which, gives its own stresses and stuff like that for us. But this time around, it honestly feels exactly like we did back when we first started.
Yeah.
And that's sort of this weird power that this back to basics thing has for us and has given to us again, is that we are 100% focused again. We are 100% committed again. We are 100% ready to see this through and get back down and go way lower than what I have been before and get healthy. Once again, I don't have a goal weight in mind, but I've got the goal for me is to always live longer and live a happier, healthier, better life.
Yeah. And I think that, I think for us this time, getting back to basics and all that kind of stuff, I think it's really helped too, just to have the community here, because you guys have been so supportive and, you guys have been excited to go along with us. But I'm so excited that we were able to make this commitment and start like December 1st, not wait till January 1st. So if you're sitting out there waiting and kind of doing research right now,
start now.
Just start now, because you can, give yourself another 3 weeks or whatever till the end of the year. But honestly, I feel like I'm just in such a better place mentally, and I'd rather end the year in that place than rather than ending the year on like this really low, you know, negative kind of depressed vibe, and then hoping that 2021 is going to swoop in and solve everything, because that's just not how it works. You know that's not how it works. So yeah, we hope you enjoyed this little chat. Got a little longer than we were planning on it to be, but doesn't it always?
Somebody likes to chat.
But I think that it was important to talk about this stuff, because this is something you guys ask us about a lot, and I just really wanted to clear some things up, like we said.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But at the very least, we can always be an example, even if it is a bad example.
Yeah.
But if you guys would like to, and you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell that is right next to it so you get notified whenever we post a new video. You can also find us on social media, primarily Facebook and Instagram, and please do follow us on Instagram, because we are doing Instagram lives regularly, almost every day for the most part.
We might go to like every other day. I don't know.
And it's well, it is
a lot.
It just depends on how we feel that day.
We've been doing a lot of work lately, so.
But yes, follow us on Instagram, and you can get notified whenever we go live, and you can actually chat with us. We love to actually interact with people, and I'm not just saying like on a chat. I'm saying like we will actually call you on Instagram and chat with you like live, face to face, and do all that kind of stuff.
We're also doing, for those of you who've asked, what about live streams on YouTube? Don't worry, we're still doing our YouTube live streams. Those are twice a month usually. So we're actually going to have one this Sunday, December 13th.
Yes.
And we're going to do, time to be determined. I'll post information on our social media about it. But we are going to be doing a longer live stream that's kind of a come prep with us. Like, we're prepping for the week, and watch us prep. We'll be chopping veggies. We'll be making, a live batch cooking.
A live stream of what we actually do in a given week to get prepared for the next week.
So there you go.
Yes, that'll be fantastic. But you can also find more information. You can check out our website, crocsinthekitchen.com. You can send us stuff to our P.O. box if you so choose to do that as well. But I think that's all I got.
That's definitely all I got.
Oh yeah, you can like and share the video too. So I guess that wasn't all I got. We will see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen. Bye.
Bye. Did Pete fall?